When you ran over a protester and realize you're in Florida. It's Sunday. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to Laugh While the World Burns, bringing you your weekly dose of Idiocracy memes and news. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and let's get into today's show. I have got to stop saying, "How stupid can you be?" I'm beginning to think people are taking it as a challenge. No, that's just today's society.
So you saw 5 people beat up a guy on an electric bike. Why didn't you help?
I thought 5 was enough. Yeah, 6 would just be one too many. And yes, all politicians are certainly frauds. Hit a deer today. It laughed and walked away. You know, with a car like that, it is quite possible. Paul Pelosi faces charges after hitting parked car and driving away. I wonder if he was trying to avoid another DUI arrest. So if I understand the left correctly, my ancestors stole the land in 1607, but the anchor baby dropped here 12 minutes ago is entitled to it. Yeah, that is literally their argument. Yes, Alice showed us where to look, but our rabbit hole was more of a nightmare than hers. Well, that certainly is the absolute truth, and it's only getting worse every day. And that's just with the things that we actually know about. Just think what the reality of it really is. The World Cup is proof that if it weren't for our leaders, the vast majority of the people around the world would get along just fine. Weekend at Mitch's. I thought this one was pretty appropriate. This Google user's review of the Chernobyl power plant. I can count on one hand the amount of times that I've been here. It's 14. Nobody voted for flock cameras. Yeah, but just remember, politicians represent us, the people. New York University professor admits brain-dead patients are being used for experiments. Of course they are. It's just like I've had in past episodes about how many of these hospitals and other places completely ignore signs of life when they wheel people into the operating room to harvest their organs. And the worst part is, the only ones that we know about are the ones that woke up in time. Anthony Fauci, liar, liar. Yeah, too bad it wasn't just a movie. C-SPAN, would you pay more taxes for free education and healthcare? There's absolutely nothing that is free from the government. You're gonna pay with your money, your labor, your health, or your life. Short women on their way to run over the curbs. I have to say, guys, I have seen a few who I honestly wasn't sure if they could actually see over the dash or not. And I'm sorry, but if you're that short, then you either need a seat that will raise you up higher, or you just gotta go get a booster seat, so long as you can still reach the pedals. Man dressed as Grim Reaper arrested for scaring hospital patients. A bizarre stunt outside a Welsh hospital has sparked widespread debate after a 26-year-old man dressed as the Grim Reaper was arrested for causing a disturbance on National Health Service property. The incident took place at that hospital in North Wales, where patients, visitors, and staff were startled to see a hooded figure standing on the hospital roof carrying what appeared to be a long scythe. That's just wrong, guys. Don't do that kind of crap. Don't like guns? That's fine. You can be the drummer. Well, since that's a UK flag, they might not have many other options. This guy doesn't realize he's being attacked by a grizzly bear. Well, first thing, I'm pretty sure that's just a black bear, but I'm sorry, how oblivious do you have to be to stand on the side of the road in what is obviously some type of wilderness habitat area, might be Yellowstone most likely, and you're so engrossed in your phone that you just shrug off whatever is scratching at your leg multiple times like it's a mosquito or something. Not only does he not even notice the bear, but he don't pay any attention to the car blowing their horn either. I honestly don't understand how people can have such a low awareness of their surroundings. This is why you never take the top bag. She should be arrested for destruction of property and intentionally contaminating unsold food. And yeah, technically it's not food, it's just ice. However, it's intended for human consumption.
We want diversity.
How about diversity of opinion?
No!
When I post something offensive and someone tries to explain to me why it's offensive. Actually, most of those kind of comments I just kind of laugh about and scroll on. Work smarter, not harder. Hey Oscar, it's Tony. Can you make a flyer for our new happy hour? Sure, no problem, send me the details. $4 Kettle One, Miller Lite, lettuce wraps, Jim Beam shots. What time does it start? Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. Done and done, buddy. Hey, you can't complain. It might be the bare minimum, but he did exactly what you asked for. California's taxing billionaires. The fine print says I pay it too. It's like I've said many times before, guys. Any time that they say that they're going to raise taxes on the rich, we're going to pay more. And if they say that they're going to lower our taxes, we're still going to pay more. They always make sure of it one way or another. How do we know if we have regular Taco Bell diarrhea or parasite Taco Bell diarrhea? If you just have diarrhea, it's the parasites. If you and the parasites have diarrhea, it's Taco Bell. Well, they're not wrong. Yellowstone bison, 7. Yellowstone tourist, 0. Just with all the people of Yellowstone, news articles and video clips that I've had in many past episodes, it's a heck of a lot higher than any 7. Yeah, just that alone is 500% inflation. Teenagers create exhaust filter that turns vehicle emissions into oxygen. But of course, none of the governments around the world with unlimited money printing presses, who also just happen to be pushing all of the lockdowns and control under the claim of climate change, none of them were ever able to figure out what these two teenagers did. When we say crime is a social construct, what we mean is that you, as an individual, can go to jail for littering, but a corporation can poison the air, the soil, and the water of an entire town, and no one will go to jail. Yeah, of course, because they own all the corporations. Laws don't apply to them. And all these data centers are just the latest and most blatant example of this, as well as how their so-called laws are only applied to us peasants under their boot. Your humans are on their 5th snack of the day, but you have to wait till 5:30 to eat dry brown rocks. Yeah, this is sad, but fairly true. I try to get my dogs better food when I'm able to. They're not freezing your rent. They're freezing your housing provider's income while their expenses keep increasing. The point isn't to make your housing affordable, it's to make providing housing financially inviable so governments can seize the unmanageable properties. Our lack of financial literacy is going to destroy us. Now, it's already past tense, dude. It's already destroyed us. Most people just haven't realized it yet. But that's just one of many things. It took me 12 years to realize why this commercial got banned. How many of you guys actually remember this one?
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Only you can prevent forest fires. No, I'm being serious. We're defunded, so you're on your own. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure the United Nations will be happy to step in and take ownership of all the national parks. Silly colonialist. Flock cameras are for your own good. The gates are closing, guys, if people would understand it. No playing dice with squirrels. They cheat.
We noticed you discussed your salary with a coworker.
Yes.
That's against company policy.
It's also against federal law to have that policy.
Excuse me?
Look up the National Labor Relations Act. I'll wait. If your company that you work for has such a policy like this, it certainly isn't to help you. Is it just me, or is there something wrong with this picture? Yeah, that handsaw on the back wall there doesn't seem to have any teeth. Kinda hard to cut wood with a dull blade. Theorist collecting I told you so medals since 2020. Nah, it started a long time before that. It's just most people didn't want to admit it. I couldn't sleep last night because I wanted to know why there is a U in 4, 14, 24, 34, but there is no U in 40. I don't know, guys. It's the English language, so that's just how it is. Do the cashier's job, save 10%. New York pushes retailers to pay customers for self-checkout. I'll be honest, guys, with as high as groceries are right now, I'd use the self-checkout for that. If you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's a very good example. Spain doing nothing to stop the invasion today makes so much more sense now. Spain makes history as the first European country to elect a woman with Down syndrome to its regional parliament. Well, to be honest, she's already smarter than most politicians. Breaking! Thousands of illegal African migrants overrun Spanish enclave, turn streets into open toilets, and bathe in fountains. An apocalypse. The New York Post. They're doing this in all of the Western and European countries, guys. And it's not happening by accident. I hate when people confuse education with intelligence. You can have a degree and still be an idiot. In my opinion, most of the people coming out of these colleges and universities today usually are the dumbest of the herd. Love Island, South Africa, criticized for near all-white cast. South Africa is 8% white, so it is completely minority casted, which makes it one of the most diverse shows there is. Yeah, they're absolutely right, but it also goes to show that they don't care about diversity, they just care about showing their hate for white people, no matter what country it is. Netflix really has a man living inside a billboard on Sunset Boulevard. Well, I hope at the very least that he's getting free room and board. Law and Order Special Vehicles Unit. Yeah, it's special, all right. Just tie a leash to the bumper and drop the other end over one of those columns there on the sidewalk. It won't be going anywhere then. Man seen in St. Petersburg, Florida, blocking a flock camera with a sign. I read an article earlier about how cities are installing flock cameras in the parking lots of specific businesses. Some of them put up signs right in front of the flock camera, and now they're being given 48 hours to take the sign down, or they're going to be fined or additional actions taken. Like I've said many times already, it's only a matter of time before they start putting heavy fines on anybody that's messing with the cameras, let alone cutting them down, and even putting people in jail for it. I could absolutely see them put a 5-year minimum sentence, if not more, because they're going to put these in no matter what people say, just like they're doing with the data centers, which these two go hand in hand. Guys, it's happened again. Woman drove into a mural that was painted to resemble a tunnel. She fell for the oldest trick in the book. Crazy part is, she was completely fine and walked away until an anvil fell on her head about 20 feet away. And just to clarify, this is a whole different place than the one that I showed either last week or the week before. A woman visits her husband in prison. Before leaving, she tells the correction officer, "You shouldn't make my husband work like that. He's exhausted." The officer says, "He just eats and sleeps in his cell." Wife replies, "He just told me he's been digging a tunnel for months." Yeah, she just wants to make sure that he stays in there. Labor's spyware plan for phones is straight out of North Korea. AI could scan every Briton's messages, video calls, and photo albums for verboten activity, which is to say, forbidden activity. Like I've said many times, people who still believe they have any privacy whatsoever are only kidding themselves. The media when reporting on Islamic Socialist Democrats. Do you ever see something and think, wow, that is violently American? You mean like glazed donut bacon cheeseburgers? Really, guys? I mean, people all over the world already think we eat this way, but then you guys actually go and make it. Unless life also hands you sugar and water, your lemonade is gonna suck. That is true. States where you need a valid photo ID to vote. States where you need valid photo ID for the Olive Garden never-ending pasta pass. Same thing with Costco, Sam's Club, a lot of other places. Don't tread on me. I didn't say take turns. Yep, that's all it is. This photo of a McDonald's play place in 2026 is going viral. McDonald's is looking more and more like a prison cafeteria every day. Republican congressmen, when you ask why they keep voting for more spending, war, foreign aid, and mass surveillance. Yeah, Congress is just like every other daytime drama TV show. They're all just ugly actors paid to play their role. Police officer, step out of the vehicle, sir. Me, it's 94 degrees. You get in and tell me the problem in the AC. Yeah, I have to agree. If the heat isn't bad enough, the humidity is even worse. No one wants to work anymore because there is no reward. Half of us are living paycheck to paycheck. No saving for retirement, no saving for a house. Straight up 2 paychecks away from living on the street. Yeah, sadly, there are more and more people every day that are losing everything they have. Then they end up trying to live out of their car, only to have their car impounded. Then once they're on the street, it's nearly impossible to get a job and back to any normal semblance of life. Because there's never enough money for homeless citizens and veterans, but there's always enough money for the millions of people that they shipped in, and to give away trillions to every nation on Earth for their wars, data centers, and all the rest of their agenda. But remember, the national debt is all our fault. For t-shirts, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more, check out all the new designs in the AkornTV merch store. That link can be found down below in the video description. Join me on the AkornTV livestream Hangout tonight, August 9th at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can search Twitch for AkornTV, or the link can be found down below in the video description. If you liked this video, then you'll love this one that'll pop up here. If you're looking for the latest Gen X series episodes, they can be found on my other channel, AkornTV. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and come back for more. And I'll see you guys next weekend. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this week. This is Akorn, over and out.